All right. Hello, everybody. I'm going to turn around so I can see my levels. Yep, hopefully you can hear me. Bump the table with my knee there. Hi. Hope everybody's doing well this evening, morning, afternoon, morning again. I don't know. Let's go ahead actually and test levels real quick on the Polyend Tracker Mini here before we get into the video, because I have not streamed with this at all. So yeah, let's let me just go ahead and explain what we're going to do today. This is the Polyend Tracker Mini. It is a brand new product from Polyend. They sent me this unit early and for free, excuse me, to take a look at and make a video on, which I've already done. They did not pay me at all or anything like that. They simply asked, hey, do you want to check this out? You don't even have to make a video. And I said, sure. And I am enjoying it so much, I made a video, decided to stream today so I could answer some questions you all might have, and just kind of show off the workflow. Also, this device really does benefit from being held like this rather than like this, so I might instinctively pick it up and use it like this in the stream. Excuse me. If that does hinder your enjoyment of the stream, let me know, and I will set it down flat on the desk. Okay, so this is a miniature version of the full-sized Polyend Tracker. You can see right now I'm plugged into this USB cable. However, if I unplug it, unlike the full-size tracker, it keeps going. That's because there's an internal battery in here. It's also got an onboard microphone, so it's meant for on-the-go usage. Micro SD card slot. Everything else is basically the same. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to look at chat. That's right. I'm so bad at streaming. Anthony says, sounding good. Awesome. Thank you. Crazy Wabbit's here. Of course, Sadiq Cat's here. Awesome. All right. Let's go ahead and test our audio. So what the Polyend Tracker is a sample-based groovebox that uses a tracker workflow. So to do anything with this, we have to load some samples in. Now, what I could do is go to the sample recorder, but instead what I want to do is load one of the preset samples that they give you. So I could hold menu down and then navigate to sample loader. Hopefully this text is showing up on screen. Let me know if you can read it or not. Or what I could do is use one of the shortcut buttons down here, which if I hold shift and push number 2, that takes me to the instrument loader. So that's how I typically get there. Yeah, and again, if the text isn't doing it for you, let me know. I think I can try to make it better. Not exactly sure. Hey, Synth Seeker's here too. Awesome. Everybody's showing up today. So let's navigate here to samples. We'll go to sample packs, and these are all of these sample packs that they just give you by default. Let's go acoustic, sure. I'm an acoustic drummer. We'll go acoustic pack 2. Oh, there we go. And from here, we can use the D-pad up and down to preview our sounds. Not really hearing anything. Oh, that's because I have that channel muted on my mixer. Hang on one second. I think you all can hear it, but I can't. Hang on. I am not sure why I don't have audio. Oh my goodness, I'm an idiot. I forgot I unplugged the tracker. Oh my god. I don't have the audio out plugged in. It's been a day, let me tell you. Oh my god. You can all make fun of me for the rest of the day. There we go. Wow. There we go. All right, you can all hear that kick drum now, right? There we go. Now it can do audio over USB, but I don't have that set up on my computer right now. This is actually going into my LiveTrack L12. That is the funniest thing I will do all day, I tell you. So anyway, we can preview our sounds like this. Now, if this looks a bit awkward to you, that's because it is. How I prefer to do it is to use these plus and minus buttons over here, and then the preview. Just like that. And by the way, this plus and minus system here actually replaces the pads and the jog wheel. So there's a big plus and a small plus, and then a small minus and a big minus. The outer ones, the big ones, go down and up by 10. You'll see that we're jumping around. And then the middle ones go incremental. When we're on the sequencer, these will jump by octave, and then these will jump by semitone. So, yeah. Pretty cool. I don't like any of those. I'm going to go back, and we'll go to Acoustic Pack 1. It's probably better, right? They like sound identical. Yeah, this will work with an iPad, like Crazy Wabbit is saying, and it'll show all of your tracks, which is really, really cool. Okay, let's load this in. I'll press Add Next. Now we'll grab a hi-hat. No. Sure. Not my favorite, but sure. I'm still getting used to, you know, crossing my hands if I have to. I don't think I do, but I'm still kind of getting used to the unit as a whole. We'll grab this hi-hat here, the open one. Snare drum. Sure. Whoops, I don't want to replace that. There we go. Just loading in these sounds. It's nice to have Add Next there, which adds it to your project sample list and then skips down. Hey, Galactic Tapes is in here. Big Minus was your nickname in high school. See, like right there, I should have just used Big Minus there. That's kind of cool. We'll add that. I somehow skipped slot number 5. We'll go to that. There we go. We'll add that snare drum too. Yeah. Whoops. There we go. I don't know why there's pianos and basses in this drum kit. Yep. You know we're getting that. Okay, there we go. We got some sounds. If I mute the mic, it's because my throat is kind of acting up, so I'm probably just clearing it. I'm going to press shortcut button number 1, which by default takes us to our pattern, where we can sequence. Now, there's basically playback mode and then recording mode. Recording mode is for entering notes. We toggle that on and off by pushing record. Pretty easy. The D-pad moves us all around our grid here. Now, to those of you who don't understand trackers, it's actually very, very simple. So, the top labels there say track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4. If I scroll over to the right, track 5, track 6, track 7, track 8. So we get 8 tracks on the Polyend Tracker and Tracker Mini. Now, each track is basically each going down are the steps in a pattern. So instead of going sideways, our grid basically just goes down. So this is step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I can change the length of my pattern from anywhere from 1 step long to 128. So I'm just going to, using the minus button here, big minus, and then small plus, set it to 16. So we have 16 steps. You can go shift and insert to get back to the top of whatever track you're on. So 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E, and we can also navigate that way with small minus there. Pretty simple, actually. So yeah, trackers, really not that intimidating. Now the cool thing about most trackers, specifically these Polyend ones anyway, is that any step can have any instrument. So we have 4 different columns. Everything from this point that I'm going to say, when I say trackers, I mean the Polyend trackers, okay? There are differences out there between like Renoise and one of my favorites, LSDJ, which is like a Game Boy game, super fun. Of course, the Dirty Wave M8, which I really want to try. If anyone's bringing one to NobCon, please, I want to try it so bad. And then there's other trackers out there as well. The first column here is our note, and that's where, you know, we'll input like C5 and D sharp 6 and all that stuff, you know? That's where we actually have our notes. Instrument is where we tell it which instrument to play. We just loaded 7 different instruments in: a kick drum, closed hat, open hat, 3 snares, and that random percussion. And then we have two different two different effects columns here. And that's where we're going to be able to automate things per step, like filter or chance or random note, panning, glide up and down, adjust our LFO settings, things like that. And you get two of those lanes. That's one complaint I have with the Polyend trackers. I want more effects lanes. 3 or 4 would be super, super cool. I'm doing bad at ignoring the track, or the chat. Yeah, Galactic Tapes, you need to dust off the old tracker. You're the one who got me into trackers. I don't know if you heard it, but the Tracker Mini video I did, the overview, you were the patron shout out there because you're the one who inspired me to get into these. Jackson, you hated LSDJ, but you took a chance on the tracker and it's your favorite piece of gear. What didn't you like about LSDJ? It's super fun. It's kind of different. I think it's very similar to the Dirty Wave M8. Have I tried the Roland S1? No, I have not gotten around to trying it yet. I know I need to. I just haven't gotten there yet. Terry, I'm really hoping you get your tracker for KnobCon because I want to see what you can come up with on it. Speaking of coming up with stuff, let's go ahead and let's sequence a drum part. So I'm going to go instrument here, kick drum, okay? So just automatically it put a kick drum C5 on beat number 1. Now I could go down 3 steps, put a kick drum on beat 2 or 3 or 4, and there we go. Now we got a 4 on the floor pattern. Hopefully you can hear that okay. I'm going to turn it up a little bit, and I do that with shift and then the plus and minus buttons. Once again, big increments, smaller increments. Pretty simple. Okay. But I'm going to show you a different way to sequence on here using the hi-hat. So I'm going to turn off record mode real quick so it doesn't automatically insert an instrument. I'm going to go instrument, and then we'll go to our closed hi-hat. Whoops. Oh, you can't preview a sound from here. That's right. But you can go into like instrument effects and then hear it that way, which is on page number 2 or shortcut number 2. LSDJ felt too obtuse to you. That's very fair. I found like 2 tutorials and they were both like 3 hours long, and I was like, nope, just show me how to play like a super simple beat, and it didn't really work. I spent a lot of time figuring out how to use it. If you want to see what's possible with LSDJ, check out Llama on YouTube. Actually, give me 1 second. I'm going to open a new tab here and link Llama's channel. Some of the best and coolest tracker music that I've like ever heard. Give me just a second here. There we go. Okay. There you go. I just put it in chat. Some amazing, amazing songs in there using the M8, LSDJ. Yeah, good stuff. LSDJ freebeat tutorial will not be coming soon because while I can make songs, they're not great. Yes, the line out is also your headphone jack, Synth Seeker. Anyway, I was going to talk about sequencing hi-hat. So we've got that hi-hat selected. I want to go off beats. So, or 8th notes, we'll say. So I'm going to use a feature called step jump. So I'm going to hold down this button under where it says step jump and set this to 2. Okay. Now, when I turn on record mode and sequence. Oh, I did it wrong. You have to click enter. There we go. Now you see when I sequence, it automatically skips down 2 steps. So now, there we go. Sorry, anytime I start streaming, my throat's like, nope. Which, that's really cool, an easy way to sequence. However, you know what? Let's actually erase that. So I'm going to hold shift and push up to highlight that whole column, then press delete. Now they're all gone. I'm going to set step jump down to 0. I usually like to keep it at 0 because I like to use the fill feature to sequence a lot of the times. Man, my throat is killing me. So I'm going to hold Shift and then press up to select the whole row again. Now I'm going to press Fill. And now we get to the Fill menu. And this is what makes the Polyend trackers so damn powerful. This basically allows us to fill in an entire row or column with whatever we want using a variety of different methods. So right now I'm on instrument, so I'm filling it with, well, we said instrument, the hi-hat, right? So if I just go back, cancel real quick, and make sure I'm on the hi-hat, yep. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. Fill. We're going to go each step. Actually, trying to think how I want to do this. We'll go note. We'll fill it note. So we'll go random. So 50%. We'll just generate a random hi-hat pattern here. We'll set it to C5 because we know that was the hi-hat pattern we liked. We could set like a key and a scale here, or I guess just a scale technically. And then fill it randomly with random different notes, but we're just going to keep it C5. So 50% of these steps will be filled in. There we go. There we go. We have a hi-hat pattern just right there. I'm reading chat now. Hey, Cheap Noise is here. Time to have Lady Freebeat step in. She is home from her first real day of work, I think. Orientation for her new job as a teaching assistant. While she is in school to become a full-time teacher. So she is on the couch enjoying some, hopefully not streaming television, eating my internet. No, I think she's just on her phone. Is it a lot of button presses to get sounds? Not really. If I wasn't explaining my process, I would just be flying through this. And I don't know, Galactic Tapes will probably back me up here. It's really not that hard at all. Cheap Noise, is the smoke that bad? Not today. No, a couple days ago it got bad again. But Hurricane Hillary coming up from Mexico and Southern California actually came far enough that it took care of a lot of the smoke for us, which is crazy. Would the Mini be easiest for a beginner? You come from the OP1. It'll be a very, very, very different experience. I can tell you that. I don't think it's impossible for a beginner to learn, but there might be better devices out there. But it's also, I mean, really, really deep. And if you do learn the basics of it, I mean, you could just go forever. Okay, so let's have some fun with this now, okay? I like where we're at. Let's add in our percussion little thingy here. What does this sound like? Oh, yeah. Okay, shift, insert to the top. Record mode's on. We'll just do a random pattern with this, too. Fill. Random 50%. Yeah, sure. Fill. Here we go. Okay, that's too many square on the beat for my liking. Let's take out this one right here. And this one. So that's really cool about fill, is once you actually fill in like a random pattern, then it's all like permanent data in there that you can go in and play with, which is really, really cool. So here's our little pattern. Okay, now we're going to do something neat. We're going to hold shift, and I'm going to select everything. Our whole entire pattern. I'm going to go more. I'm going to go render selection. We are going to name this and render it as a sample. We can auto name it Utopian Water. Known head. No, this is a sample, so I'm going to name it Stream Beat. Now, this is another one of my complaints with the Tracker Mini. There's no enter button on the right hand. If I was holding it like this, the closest thing would be the insert button over here. which is just a little kind of silly. I kind of want the ability to map the number 4 custom shortcut button to an OK or something like that. But I don't know. Just a little nitpicky thing. I'm sure that'd be probably pretty easy to implement in firmware, or even one of the volume buttons over here, just when you're on like the keyboard screen here. And there's a couple other places I can't remember. I go into that in my review. We'll render selection. Okay. Now, if I go into export, stream beat, there it is. We're going to add this, and this is its own sample now. Okay, it's just a sample, just like that. So now if we go back to our project, guess what? I'm going to delete all of this, everything, because we now have this as an instrument. So now we can do a lot of cool stuff. So in addition to being able to just kind of go wild with all the pitches here, I mean, how cool is that? Just right there. Hey, Shades is here. That's pretty sick, right? I could do the same exact thing that we just did, and I could even render this. Sure, we'll just auto-name it again. Invisible Pancake. Why not? Let's load that in as well. Cool. So now we can delete this and then put in Invisible Pancake. Cheap Noise, what do I think of the Artiphon Corda? I don't really want to do any Artiphon stuff anymore. Honestly, the what the hell was the name of that guitar? I used it in a live show. The Instrument 1, it was really, really spotty and everything. But so many people bought the Orba 1 because Artiphon promised all these features that was going to come to it, that they were going to introduce to it later. And then instead of introducing those via firmware, they just released the Orba 2. And anyone who bought the Orba 1 expecting those features that were promised was just kind of SOL. So that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of shady. Don't really like it. So I decided I'd kind of stay clear of their stuff. Just a personal thing. But I haven't really looked into the Corda at all. Yeah, sorry. Hey, Derek's here. How's it going, Derek? Man, excuse me. Let's take this loop. And let's go back into our sample loader, and let's copy it. So to do that, we can go copy, and then Shift plus copy is paste. As you can see, I'm just copying it into two new locations. I can rename it. We're going to call it Invisible Pancake 2. Rename. And I'll rename this one 3, just so I can keep track of them, you know. There we go. Rename. Awesome. Now let's have some fun. So if I hold menu, we can navigate around here. Let's go to our sample editor. So here, the first thing I'm going to do is select Normalize. There we go. And Derek, you've got an Orba 2. You've used it 3 times. Yeah. And Terry, yeah, you've got one too. Oh, yeah, I forgot you were part of that too. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, the Instrument 1 didn't blow my mind either. It was a neat little concept, but I think it was pushed out the door and then not supported at all. So, Invisible Pancakes, great for losing weight. If anything is a musical toy, it's not the Volcas, it's the Orbas. Yeah, that's fair. Okay, we're back here at this sample. I just normalized it. We can do all kinds of stuff here, including like time stretching it, which we don't need to do, fade it in, fade it out, equalize it, flanger, chorus, bit crusher. These are all destructive effects, though. So like I said, or like I showed you, we've got 3 different variations of the sample here. That's why I went with this. Whoops. Because if I mess with one, it doesn't mess with the others. It doesn't mess with the master sample stored on the SD card. It just messes with the particular sample that you have. Do I miss sample the jog wheel with the... or do I miss the jog wheel with sample editing? No, not at all. So you've got zoom here, which lets me zoom in and out very, very quickly. Start and end. I've got major adjustment for increments or minor. I mean, look at that right there. I just pinpointed just this spot. Yeah, I don't really miss it at all. Yeah. I think what they've come up with works perfectly. I wish my voice would work. Yeah, it took me all of 10 minutes to get used to, and then I just loved it. Okay, so here we are in the sample editor. Let's go to the sample playback. So now we can tell it to play back as a one-shot. We can tell it to play back as a loop, going forward, going backward, a ping-pong loop, we can slice it up, including an auto slice feature, which then you would use the slice effect to choose which slice you want, but I don't really think we need that. Or we can turn it into a wavetable synth or a granular synth. So there it is as a wavetable. And there it is as a granular synth. And we can adjust our position. So if we wanted to, we could make full-blown instrument out of this. You've got your wave shape, the length, the position, whether it loops forward, backward, or ping-pong. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do, and there's more parameters we can edit later, too. But I'm just going to keep it as a one-shot right now because we're going to have some fun with LFO and filter automation because I think this will sound super cool like that. So we'll go Menu and Instrument Parameters, or we could also just push the 2 shortcut, which takes us to Instrument Parameters. And there are 2 pages of instrument parameters, so you'll notice we go page 1, page 2. Yeah. When you're on the menu, if you want to do that, you simply just click in the OK button there. There you go. So, instrument parameters. Press in the OK button there to preview. We can turn on a low-pass filter. We've got volume, panning, tune, fine tune. Resonance over here. Pretty simple. Pressing 2 again takes us to our automation, which we won't do yet. If I click more, though, I can find overdrive, as well as bit depth. Super cool. Our reverb send. And our delay send. A lot of cool stuff you can do. Keep in mind, I could max out the delay send and actually resample all of that too, which is neat. We'll just leave it as is. Whoops. We'll just leave it as is. There's also instrument synthesizer, which I haven't played too much with. I believe these are mostly MIDI settings, though. Let's go back. Here we go. Now we'll go to page 2 to our automations. So we can automate our volume, our panning, our cutoff, the wavetable position, the granular position, and the fine tune. So like I said, if we did have this as a wavetable synth or a granular synth, we could mess with the position using either an envelope or an LFO, which are the automation options for all of these, by the way. And you don't just have to pick between automating the volume or automating like the panning or the cutoff. You could do all of this if you want, just not wavetable and granular together, because you do have to pick one engine. We're going to do the cutoff, and we're going to use an LFO. We're going to use my favorite tactic. We're going to go down to random and set it to 1 step. Set the amount to 100%. That's basically your depth. And let's actually... I do like that, but it's not intense enough for my liking. Maybe a little overdrive. It's actually a pretty cool effect. Let's automate the pan too. And we'll go LFO for that as well. We'll go square and half step. Max out the depth. Crazy. We'll go 2 steps in triangle. There we go. Make it a little less intense. I mean, a laptop is going to be more versatile, Synth Seeker. However, this is going to be more fun. I'll tell you that right now. So now we can go back to our pattern here. Actually, I think I do want to maybe max the cutoff there. There we go. That's better. Let's go back to our pattern here. Now we have 2 rows of effects that we can also automate per step, right? So I'm going to shift and highlight everything, and we can use the fill function here too. So I think what I want to do is automate the amount of bit depth. I may have just passed it. I don't think so. Bit depth. There we go. We can tell it to drop an automation change every time there's a note, which that won't work for us because we only have 1 note, right? Because this is kind of a loop. Whenever there's not a note, whenever there's an effect, another effect, whenever there's not an effect, randomly, each step or Euclidean, we're going to go each step and we'll go every step. Under bit depth, we're going to go random. You can go constant and then define a value, or you can go from/to. So that's really good if you want to set up like filter sweeps. Or you can go random, do it like that. We'll go from 16 to 4. It could go 4 to 16. It's basically the same thing. Now every step's going to have different bit depth. Let's have a listen. Oh boy. And if I don't like what we did, we can either just click fill and do it again, or there is an undo. I'm kind of digging that though. I feel like if there is another drum pattern under it, it might sound pretty rounded. I also think it might want a little bit of like a delay. Yeah, that's super cool. Let's go back to our instrument loader now, and I'm going to go ahead and delete those original samples we used. Delete right there. There we go. And let's grab a bit more thumpy of a kick drum, shall we? Samples. Sample packs. Cinematic kit. Nice. What is this? I haven't gone in here. Huh. I like that one. We'll load that in. See how that sounds. I'm just going to go 4 on the floor, so step jump. Whoops. 4 there. Instrument, kick. There we go. Nice. Let's get ourselves a bass line now. Or maybe I want like an ARPy thing. I don't know. You pick, chat. ARP or bass line. You have 30 seconds. Just go into the sample loader to look around here. Whatever we make, we're gonna use the internal microphone. Yeah, that'll be cool. Sadiq Cat says ARP. There it is. I've got an idea. Boom. OPZ. Now I could just go line out into line in. No. This is freebeat. We're gonna do it way worse than that. We're gonna go menu. We are gonna go sample recorder. There we go. We're gonna go microphone. There we go. We can see our level. I'm going to go to the ARP track on the OPZ. Actually, no, I'm going to go to the lead track, which is this one. It's been a long time. How do I change presets on this thing? Jesus. Ooh, that'll be cool for an ARPy thing. Where's the speaker? Right there. Can crank up the level. Whoops. Oh, the gain. That's how we have to do it. All right, I gotta be very quiet. Here we go. Okay, there's our sample. Amazing. Let's go ahead and crop it. I don't have to get it perfect here because we'll go to the sample editor screen. Preview. There we go. It's got the sound of me hitting the button too. I love it. We'll just click crop. There we go. Save. We'll call this one OPZ. Save and load. There we go. Okay, so we've got that in there now. Now we'll go menu, sample editor. Of course, first thing we're going to do is, whoops, there we go. Normalize. Whoa. What's going on? Anyone else getting that weird, like stereo thing? Galactic Tapes, the speaker on the OPZ is nice in that it exists. Yeah, it is handy. I do wish this had an internal speaker, just for, you know, jotting down ideas. All right, what's this little bit right here? How far can I go before I lose the... There we go, that'll work, yeah? Sure. There we go. Now I'll go crop and apply. See if I need to normalize again. Okay. And I'll also come down here to fade out and apply that. Cool. The double trigger, that may have been a double trigger. A rare OPZ sighting on the Freebeat channel. Yeah. My broken little power button. I hate to admit, but I might pay for an OPZ field. Man, I freaking love the OPZ. But this is what we're working on right now. I do love this. I think I love this more than the OPZ. Let's go ahead and go to our instrument parameters here because I know we're gonna want some reverb. Definitely some delay. Anything else? Not yet. Not yet. Let's fill this in randomly, shall we? We'll go select our instrument. There we go. Note. Select everything. Record mode on. Fill. Now we can pick some notes. So we'll go random steps. Actually, no, we'll go every note. Each step. There we go. I'm feeling major. I never do anything happy. We'll go random from C4 to C6. Here we go. Yeah, that's cool. I really like that. And no, I don't know anything about an OPZ field. Teenage Engineering reached out to me once, and I don't think I responded to them. Yeah. This was a couple years ago. Yeah. I'm really digging this. Let's go ahead and put a random glide in. Let's glide from this D4 to this C6 here. So we'll go to the D4 step. We'll go to effects. And actually, let's put this on effect. Oh, shoot. Effect. Dang it. Effects 2. That's what I want. There we go. We will go slide up. Yeah. That's cool. Really quick, I want a clap. I definitely want some kind of clap. Oh god. The gain is too high. There we go. Start point. Bring that in there. End point. Bring that in there. Crop it up. Save. Auto name. Painstaking boat. Sure. No, I'm not going to do that to myself. I'm going to name it clap. That's one thing I've begun to realize with a lot of my gear and like my computer and stuff. I used to just like, oh, here comes Untitled Project 494, you know. OPZ was confirmed at Superbooth? I did not hear about that. Man, I might have to look. That would be so cool. We're going to go save and load here. Okay. I shouldn't have saved and loaded it. I should have edited it first. Oh well, it's fine. Zoom in, make sure we get that start point right. Who was it? I think it was Crazy Wabbit asked about the sample editing. I really don't mind it at all. Like I said, it's super easy. There we go. You just have to remember to use these buttons. Sometimes I forget that they're there. There we go. Cool. Now we have a hand clap here. I'm just going to put that on beats 2 and 4. So right here. And right here. And it's not very loud. It's not very loud at all. So we'll go into the instrument editor and raise the volume. That might be too much. Max out the reverb. There we go. That works for me. I like that. What was I going to do? Oh, yeah. We're going to go back to our little ARP that we've got, okay, on track 3 here. I just had to read Sadiq's sentence. I personally prefer my preference, just my own personal opinion. Sounds like it's clipping. Let me look. Nope, it is not clipping. At least not on my end. Sound, you might be hearing actually, this is a good time to show off the preview feature. So at any point you can highlight any step and click preview. Now there's no sound there, so we'll go here. You might be hearing the random overdrive that we have. Or bit depth. It was a random bit depth, that's right. Yeah. We can bring the volume down on that a little, on that sample if we like. Just a smidge, but it's not clipping on my end. Yeah, interesting. Back to our ARP here. Let's see, we're going to go effects column 1. We're going to fill this with an effect, which, yeah, you can fill with effects too. And the effect that we are going to fill with, well, we could pick a random effect, which is really, really cool. And MIDI CCs are also your effects, which are really nice for sequencing external gear. We are going to go to Chance, which is somewhere in here. There it is. Random Chance from 1 to 100. Now each of these have... Yeah, each of those have a random chance now. So 20%, 12%, 22, 7, 23, 8, 86, and so forth. And again, we can change and edit all that down to exactly what we want. You'll also notice anytime this step right here plays, there you go. It gets the reason it's not going every time is because there's only a 23% chance it triggers. If I get rid of that effect, oh, I did the wrong thing. Oh, shoot. Preview. There we go. I forgot I had step jump set to 4. That's why I normally keep it off. Oh, man. I messed up again. There we go. Click undo. There we go. Undo and redo are right here, which is always nice. Terry, that's what it was. No worries. It's an awful sound, so I don't blame you. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's go back to our ARP and automate the pan now. Yeah, we're on the ARP. And let's go page 2 of our parameters. There we go. Panning. We can use an envelope. But I like using an LFO. I find the LFOs just work really well on the tracker. We'll go over the course of 16 steps. There we go. That's cool. Yeah. Now, the tracker is a very powerful sequencer, as you can tell just from these little features here. But we could also, this is only just one pattern, and it's 16 steps long. You can have patterns up to 128 steps. I could easily duplicate this pattern into, or extend pattern. Yeah, it's expand pattern into 128 steps. You get, I believe it's 256 patterns per project. Yeah, 256 patterns per project, and each can be up to 128 steps long. So there's a lot you can do, and there's like a full-blown song mode that's really, really cool. There's a live mode. Yeah, there's a lot here. Let's go ahead and make a bass. Do I want to use a sample to make a bass? I don't think so. I think I just want to go in here. Sorry, I was thinking. Let's go into like the basic mono wavetables. That sounds cool. Let's load that in. Wavetable number 5, Lou Bega. Let's see. Man, I was at Oliver's house. We were there for laundry the other night, and that song came on just on a random playlist. I totally forgot that song existed. Mambo number 5 by Lou Bega. Yeah, Galactic Tapes, the song mode is its strongest feature. It's very, very powerful. Very cool. You can just do like straight up, like full-blown proper studio arrangements on here. Like you could have a full album on your... you could have tons of full albums on your tracker. No problem. Yeah. Yeah, so powerful. Let's go and edit the sample playback of this here. We'll go wavetable because that's what it's for. Yeah, that sounds really cool. We're definitely going to want to use an LFO to sweep through that. Okay, cool. We will go to instrument parameters, wavetable position. We'll go LFO. Now we could go random and go every step. Terry's coming in with some amazing lyrics. Just the pinnacle of songwriting. Mambo number 5. Look it up if you don't know what that song is. Oh, that's so cool. With the triangle wave. Let's go more depth. We'll go 100% depth, and we'll have this go over the course of 128 steps, maybe? No, too long. And we won't go random. We'll go back to triangle. That's cool. Haven't found a way to mute a track on a per pattern basis while in song mode, but it seems like it's probably featured somewhere. I'm not sure. The intention might be that if you need to mute a pattern or mute a track, you just make a new pattern without that track. Yeah, that does sound neat, doesn't it? Now let's see. Can we go back to sample playback and change the position a bit? Oh, there's no offset, is there? No, I don't think there's an offset. Oh well. Still sounds pretty cool. Now we can also go to our volume here and just use this like a traditional ADSR. Which is going to get rid of that sweep because it's not really going to be in there, but I kind of want something a little shorter, maybe more bassy. So we'll go ahead and once again use the fill. We're going to keep this in major, but instead of C4 to C6, we're going to go C2 to C4. That's groovy. Now check this out. If I want everything down an octave, it's already selected. Boom, down an octave. Yeah, this thing is so freaking fun. It's so good, so good. Sometimes when I'm like at a loss as to what to do next, I'll just go in and look at the different effect types and see what we got going on there. Tell you what, let's pick a random effect. Random effect. Every step. I always forget how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like 36 is a good number here because that's when they turn into MIDI CCs, which don't really do anything. So now check this out. Might not be too obvious what's going on. Let's fill it again. And again. Hang on. I may have messed something up. Oh, it only did slide down. Random effect. That's what I want. Ha! We said 36. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, that's cool stuff. Let's fill it again. Random. Yeah. One more time. Yeah, super nice. Really quick, it's almost time to wrap up here, but let me go ahead and show you how chords work on here. So sequencing chords or MIDI chords are different. I'm going to do this with just the internal instruments here. So I'm just going to go and get an instrument. We'll just go into synths here. Sure, that's just one of the stock ones on number 5. We'll go G. Now we have to go to another track right next door. We'll go C. And then E. So we got a C major triad here. Now that's taking up a lot of space, right? That's 3 tracks. So what I can do, there we go, is just highlight all of that and then render it as a C major chord, just as its own sample. See, I'm telling you, an OK button over here would be so nice. C major. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into our project here, find that sample. There it is. Okay. This would be the perfect workflow if it had a decent subtractive synth engine and something to make drums. Yeah, 1 or 2 synth engines in here would be incredible. Absolutely. However, I find I can get pretty far just by sampling my own synths. So now we take this right here. We can just delete it, and we just have one one sampled chord now. There we go. And we can do, all the same stuff that we've been doing with everything else. So this is a super rhythmic thing here. Let's automate our volume randomly with an LFO. Amount. Screw it. All the way. Yeah. Go with like a tremolo effect, kind of. Or random. That works too. I don't know. I kind of like that. Then with an LFO triangle, 32 steps, panning us hard left to hard right. Yeah, nice. And what happens if we go with a very, very long filter sweep too, which I don't think is enabled. No, it's not. Go with a high pass. What did I miss? I missed something. I'm not hearing the filter sweeping. I might not be able to because of the volume. I also just might be an idiot. There we go. We'll just leave it with the low pass. That's fine. I'm not sure. Maybe I wasn't waiting long enough with the high pass. Yep, that was it. We'll leave it high pass. There we go. There we go. Cool. There we go. Is there line-in control? I believe you can run the line-in through... Actually, let's check out the master page here. I believe, just like on the full-size tracker, yeah, you can send the line in here, and you can send the line in through the delay and the reverb. So there's... Yeah. Yep. And you can run something into the line in and then run MIDI out of the tracker and control that pretty easily as well. I actually haven't tried that on the Mini yet, but I just did a video doing that. Well, I guess it was like a month ago at this point, but on the original tracker. But yeah. Tracker Mini with the M8 engines, dream device. Yeah, that would be pretty damn cool. But I've seen a lot of people, I will say I've seen a lot of people write this one off just right off the bat because no jog wheel, no pads. If you do love the original Polyend Tracker, give this a shot because it's pretty cool to be able to do that. Plug in headphones right here and you're off and running. It's been smoky as hell here, so I haven't really been able to do that yet. But I will be. I'm taking this to KnobCon with me. I'm actually doing a couple videos there on the Polyend Tracker that I believe Polyend is going to sponsor, so that's going to be cool. I'm excited for that. And I'm excited to... well, I'll just give you all a little preview. I'm doing a little kind of a sub... I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to call it, but it's going to be some variation of Sample Something at KnobCon with the Polyend Tracker Mini. I pitched the idea to them, actually, back before they even announced this with the original tracker, and they said, that's when they unveiled to me that they had the Mini, and they're like, yep, let's do it with the Mini. That's going to be awesome. So, yeah, really, really excited for that. Yeah, Derek, I'm hoping you and Terry both have yours for KnobCon. We can have a tracker party. That'll be fun. But yeah, definitely give it a shot if you've got a chance, if you've got a local store that's got one. It's pretty cool. I really enjoy it. I mean, just in an hour, we took some random BS and turned it into that. You know? And in fact, I'm actually going to save this as a song here. We'll go File, Save As. We'll just save it right there. Projects, yeah, that's fine. Save. Auto name. Whispering Umbrella? No. Mindless Needle? No. Wanting Art? No. Jagged Dirt? No. Wise Knee? No. Wiggly Fear? Far Man? For Ice? Nauseating Children? Oh, the auto name feature? So much fun. Accessible Coast? Vague Houses? Thick Pet? Dinner Expert. I'm going to call it Dinner Expert because I'm going to go make dinner after this. So I'm getting hungry. There we go. Dinner Expert. And you wish the sample loader was on the right side. So I will say really quick, you can use, in the sample loader, you can use these over here to go up and down. And then the preview button on this finger, you just have to go back with this one. With the enter button. So you can, here we'll go to like a random kit. We'll go Chill Pop Pack 2. So you can go like this. Ooh, that's jazzy. We're gonna add that in. So yeah, you can do it that way, which is cool. Nope, that's in the wrong key. Delete. Bad idea. Abandon ship. All right. Well, I do want to thank you all for joining me today. It was a lot of fun playing with the Tracker Mini with you all. I was able to hopefully answer some questions. Again, shout out to Polyend for sending this to me. They didn't sponsor this stream or anything like that, but I've just been having a blast with this thing. It also comes with a case, which is actually like, I should have touched on that in my video, but it's like pretty rigid. It's pretty nice. Power off the Mini. Put it in its case. I've been putting everything in its case here in the studio with all the smoke in Oregon, just because, and like the camera and stuff, when it's not here, I have it out in the dining room because the studio gets a lot of smoke. Yeah. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out, for checking out the Polyend Tracker with me, the Mini. I really enjoy it. I'm going to be using it outside hopefully this week. The smoke will clear up. This and yeah, I figured yes was nauseating children. I figured some people would say that. Yeah, I've got this, and then I also have a piece of mystery gear that I guarantee you no one in this chat would ever in a million years be able to guess what it is. That I'm also going to be playing with if the smoke clears up. And that'll reveal itself in due time. But yeah, thanks to Polyend. Thanks to all of you. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Click like if you haven't, although we've got 21 viewers in here and 21 likes, so the math checks out on that one. Thank you all so much, everybody. I'm going to go make some dinner so I can further become the dinner expert. Check out Llama's channel. I linked it way back at the beginning. But if you like tracker music here, I'll link it again. There you go. Check out Llama's channel. Good stuff there. Yep. Thanks, everybody. We will... Oh, 24 likes and 19 viewers. Something's not adding up. 25 likes. Oh, look at it go. Thank you for watching, Eric. I appreciate it. All right, I'm getting hungry. We'll see y'all next time. See you all next time on Wednesday, the live stream. See you all for a main channel video on Friday. Bye, everybody.